Mr. Suri, thanks so much for talking to us today. First of all, I'd like to ask you about Nokia itself. Following the sale of the handset business to Microsoft earlier this year, it faces a new future. Can you talk a bit about how Nokia is shaped now to deal with the challenges ahead?
Yeah, thanks, Dan. So the future is bright. We have a strong financial foundation. We have three businesses that are actually leaders in their fields. So Networks is a leader in mobile broadband and services, wireless and services. Then you have HERE, which is one of the two strongest players in the whole mapping navigation space, and that business is moving to location intelligence. And the third business is technologies, and we have a very, very strong intellectual property, second to none, in the sector. So strong assets, and overall, we've moved from ratings downgrades to ratings upgrades, almost 4 now since the April 29th announcement, from negative cash flow to strong positive cash flow generation, from low profitability to strong profitability. So Nokia's back. It's on the right track.
I suppose the big question now is how the industry itself is going to change. It's still very competitive, isn't it? You still have the Asian companies who are gunning for the same customers as you are, on maybe potentially different price points and with different quality of technology. There's a lot of challenges out there within the industry. How do you see the market shaping up as a whole?
It's fiercely competitive. It's the networks business, right, in particular. You've got to spend a lot of investments in R&D to innovate and stay ahead of the curve. We've invested just in the networks business alone 1.8 billion euros last year in R&D, so we continue to ramp up and increase our investments in next generation equipment. That's helped us a lot. It's helped us take a leadership position in 4G LTE, in small cells, in cloud solutions, which is going to be the future of the industry. And overall, I believe, given that our restructuring is complete and now we're really transforming the company to be more robust in the future, I think we have one of the best cost sectors in the industry. So we pride ourselves on being the leanest company, more agile, more nimble, and then more able to move decisively with a stronger pace.
And do you think consolidation will happen as many analysts predict? And I guess the secondary question is, will Nokia be leading that consolidation in the future?
I've always said that there's place for three strong global players. And that's already the case today. Market forces have almost determined that outcome. There are three strong players in the sector, particularly in mobile broadband and particularly in the wireless space within. So that's borne out by market forces, even without any structural consolidation. On M&A, I'm a fan of bolt-on acquisitions. I'm a fan of buying companies with disruptive technology that gives you huge time to market advantage, or smaller companies where we can use the breadth of Nokia's strong B2B channel to sell it to a wide variety of customers and therefore get revenue synergies.
Yeah, I suppose the other question that many people would want to know about is how you see the different regions shaping up in terms of their own recoveries. Any worrying signs from where you sit in the horizon?
There are always, worrying signs, because if you're in a global business, then you have issues such as we've seen recently in some countries. You've got to manage the whole Ukraine thing and the Middle East and so on. But I also believe as part of a global business, that's just ongoing business, that you kind of manage, the positives through the negatives and so on.
Yeah. I suppose the last question is, and you must get this a lot, is, will Nokia ever return to the mobile phone business, which for many people made its name?
I've learned to say never. But there are other ways of being in the consumer business or in the mobile devices business, as opposed to just being in the devices business. For example, recently, I don't know if you picked it up, Dan, but we launched this Android launcher. It's an application launcher type of app, which is actually, it was just a beta testing-based launch, but did very well. We had lots of activations in just 25 hours, so that we had to sort of say stop and we'll come up with a real version. So there is stuff we can do. We have so much expertise on the technology side that there are many things that we can do in that space, whether in a licensing type business or in other areas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Suri.
Thank you.